is going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next? I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you guys are having the best day ever. Before I get started, guys, if you are new here, please subscribe if you haven't already done that. We're on the road to 75,000 subscribers, and I would love you to join me on this journey. So hit subscribe right now and join the fam. And also, guys, go follow me on all my social media. Links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat, so go follow me on all of those. And as you guys know, I've recently started a Facebook account, so you can add me on Facebook, and we can be Facebook friends, so go do that. Link is in the description. And finally, be sure to turn on the notification bell, which is right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified every time I upload a video. Thank you. But once again, I am coming back at you guys with another creepy video, and today we are talking about another scary story. And this scary story is called The Dare. So, the story of The Dare is about a young girl whose bravery is put to the test when she accepts the challenge of going to a graveyard and sticking a knife in the grave of an old woman who was believed to have been a witch. But enough of the jibber jabber, let's get right over to the story. The Dare. One night, in a small American town, a young girl threw a party and invited all her friends from school. There was a large group of boys and girls, and as the night went on, they began telling scary stories. One boy said he had heard an urban legend about an old graveyard that was located near the girl's house. According to the story, an old woman had been buried in the middle of the cemetery, and there were rumors that she was a witch. They said that if someone stood on her grave at midnight, she would grab them and drag them down to hell. I would never go near that graveyard after dark, another boy said. You're all a bunch of morons, laughed the girl who owned the house. It's just a silly superstition. I can't believe you would take it seriously. The boy who had told the story turned to her and sneered. It's all very well to be brave when you're safe and warm in your own home. I think you'd have a different attitude if you actually went to that graveyard. It wouldn't make a difference, replied the girl. Okay then, prove it, said the boy. We'll all go down to the cemetery and wait outside while you go in and stand on the old witch's grave. A grave doesn't scare me, said the girl. I'll do it right now. You'll have to prove you really did it, said the boy. Otherwise, you might chicken out. He took a knife from the kitchen drawer and handed it to her. Stick this knife in the grave, he said. Then we'll know you were there for sure. The group of kids set out for the graveyard, and when they reached the old iron gates, they gathered in a circle. All of them stared at the girl. She tried to pretend that she wasn't scared, and she hoped they didn't see her shivering in fear. With the knife clutched tightly in her hand, the girl walked through the old iron gateway and made her way through the darkened graveyard. In the moonlight, the tombstones and trees cast strange and unnerving shadows. Eventually, she came to the old woman's grave. There's nothing to be afraid of, the girl told herself. It's just a stupid story. Crouching in front of the headstone, she whispered, I'm not afraid of you. Then she raised the knife above her head and thrust it into the earth. Take that, you old witch, she chuckled. The girl was about to turn and leave when she felt something holding her back. She couldn't move. Something was tugging on the hem of her dress and dragging her down. She was filled with terror and flew into panic. Help, she cried. She's got me! She's got me! When she didn't come back, her friends began to get worried. After a while, they cautiously entered the graveyard to look for her. They found her sprawled across the old woman's grave. She was dead, and her face was frozen in a silent scream. Without realizing it, she had plunged the knife through her skirt and had pinned it to the ground. That was what had been holding her. The poor girl had been so terrified that her heart gave in, and she died of fright. That is the end of that. Now, I have heard this story before, and it doesn't get old. It's a very creepy story. It just makes you wonder, like, how scared do you have to be able to die of fright? Like, she must have been terrified. Ow, my ear just popped. But anyway, my question to all of you guys for question of the day is, if your friends dared you to go to a graveyard and stick a knife into a grave, would you be brave enough to do it? Or would you just be like, hell no? Let me know in the comment section. That is question of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, hit that like button down below, and let's see if we can go for 25 million likes on this video. I would really appreciate that. And remember, the most important thing of all, guys, chase your dreams. I love you all. Don't let anybody bring you down. Peace out.